All right, we're at the home of Mr. and Mrs. Coons. Beautiful place up here on the lake. Got an incredible view of kind of the southern edge of the lake here. Their home's in Katy. So this is basically a vacation home that they use for themselves and their family. So it needs a little attention, and we're looking to do that with the Hardie. We're doing fascia, we're doing soffit. We're going to just be looking at replacing a few areas, this being the major one here of drip edge. But the roof is somewhat new, so we don't want to disrupt all the drip, but where it is rotten, we're going to tear it out and replace the drip edge with Hardie drip and then a new metal drip. But it's only about 10 feet of that total. Everywhere else, we're doing a full tear off. There's about less than a square of vinyl that will have to be torn off as well. But everything's coming off the wall. We're going to resheathe the wall with a 7/16 inch plywood and then do all of our Tyvek seam tape flashing, and then the Hardie trim and Hardie siding after that. We will be painting the garage door here. We will be doing a garage door wrap in Hardie. We have about 3 or 4 of these lights. The lights will all be taken away, as will the electrical box here and the power lines. That will all be pulled away. We'll do our siding work and then we'll reattach. This side's pretty straightforward. It's an 8-foot wall all the way down. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 windows here that we have to wrap. That will all be done with the 1x4, and we talked about how to do that properly with the head flashing. We use the Mavericks next door as a good example of that. But this will all be Hardie plank here. It's a 2.25 foot soffit here. Other places such as this, we only have a 1 foot, so that's all notated. But wherever we'll be doing Hardie soffit and doing Hardie fascia. This is the first of probably 3 or 4 areas that needs to be repaired before we do the Hardie fascia. But that will be Hardie fascia, Hardie soffit everywhere. Coming around to the front here, this is another one of the areas here where we need to do some fascia repair, replacement before we do the Hardie. This wall, again, all Hardie plank siding. We do have a garage entry door right here. That will be painted. This wall will be Hardie. We'll retrim the gable vent in Hardie plank, and then we'll paint the gable vent itself. This area here, this is going to need some better flashing, but that rot area there will be repaired. Gutters are coming off. We'll throw those away. We're doing a brand new pair of shutters here for the front windows. And again, all this will become Hardie plank siding. We have this little lip down here that will also be Hardie plank. And the patio underside porch cover right here, this is all just going to be painted. The area around the front door and the side lights will all be painted. And then we have 2 beams, this guy being the first of them. This 6x6 here, they kind of snubbed off the corners, but basically we're going to replace this beam and this beam, where basically the whole bottom is rotten out. So we're going to replace these 2 6x, and then basically wrap all 4 of them. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 right here. And instead of snubbing off the corners like this, flushing them off, we're just going to wrap it square. So it'll all be nice and Hardie wrapped. And then we just have a couple screws, holding in the, if you can see that. Where is it? Ugh. Have a couple screws holding in this railing. I don't know if you can see them, but just hex head screws. So that'll come off nice and easy, so we can wrap those guys. But that's what we got going on under here. This little area, that we will face those. It's just basically that centerpiece and the top piece that will be faced in the Hardie plank. Coming over the side on the right, this TV antenna will go away, so we'll take that down and dispose of it. This little run of gutter here will come down. We're going to give Chris McClendon as a referral for the new gutters. And really over here all we have is the fascia overlay and then a foot soffit. And that's it, and getting rid of this big old antenna. Here's the view. Check this out. Man, I'd be staying right here if I didn't have somewhere else to go. Just gorgeous. The sun sets right back that way. Just absolutely beautiful. So on the back here, we're back to the 2.25 foot soffit. Fascia overlay everywhere. We do have 2 4x4 posts here on the back patio that we're going to wrap. They were already replaced when they had some work done previously, so they're in good integrity. We just need to wrap them in Hardie. These big old plate glass windows, they're not windows actually, it's just plate glass that somebody faced into this opening. We're just going to face all this. This stuff's in really rough shape here. It's just between it peeling and rotten. We're just going to face all this with Hardie plank. So that'll all be done in Hardie, so we won't have to worry with the rot again. And there's one more of those that we'll look at. Everything below is just foundation, so we're not doing any work below there. The door, all these windows here will all be trimmed in Hardie. All this vinyl siding will all come off. And we'll do the same substrate as we did at, we're going to do everywhere else with the 7/16 inch plywood, Tyvek, seam tape, flashing, all that. And then getting all these doors here, the windows will all be wrapped in Hardie. There's some significant rot going on right here, 1 from ants and also 2 from water. So the good chance that a good majority of this, I don't know if it's 2 2x12s slammed together. I'm thinking that's probably the case as opposed to 1 header. It looks too narrow because here this 2x4 goes in a good 1/2 inch or so on each side. So I'm thinking it's probably just 2 2x12s, but whatever it is, that area that's rotten right here, we need to repair that, take out all that damaged area, and then do that in Hardie plank on the exterior facade. This porch ceiling back here will all be Hardie. We get a significant amount of weather coming up through here, so they want to. We talked about that, and Mr. Coons would like this all just to be Hardie, just so it holds up better. So that's what we're going to do here, and then we'll just reinstall the ceiling fan on the back side here. Look at that, unbelievable! It's gorgeous. On the back here, this is the other plate glass window, and then we're just going to face this again with the Hardie just to prevent some of that rot that's just sitting on that shelf and just eating out the wood. There's another security light, and then we have a carriage light there. Those will all be taken off and reinstalled. Full tear off, obviously, I think we already mentioned that, but full tear off, we need to inspect this area. This is another area of rot right in this corner here, and then when we're done, we need to install some good diverter flashing there to kick that away from the wall. You can see they've done numerous fixes to try to help that, but really what needs to go on there is we need to put on a good diverter flashing and prevent all this rot from going on again. But this is another one of the areas that we need to do some rot repair before we do the fascia. So that's kind of what we got, and then basically this is where the vinyl stops here around the corner about 5 feet, and then it's back to wood siding. You can barely see that, but so that's what we got there. And C-channel flashing will be real important here because we have this deck where water can bounce up. So everywhere here and along the side here, we'll do a nice C-channel flash to prevent any water from waking up behind the Hardie. But that's what we got. It's going to be a beautiful project when it's all done. It's going to be a complete makeover to the house. And we look forward to working with you guys. If you guys have any questions at all, please give me a call. And we look forward to getting started for you. Thanks so much.